Pack your bags. Whatever will I do? Oh no! Oh, the fact we got Jerry! The fact we got Jerry so that we can actually... Oh, no! Oh, whatever will I do? Oh, that's what I'll do. Hello, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel again with another deck for you. This time we're going to be working with Riven because, like, obviously one new champions. Let's go and have some fun with her. So, going to be playing her in PNZ with Vi. So, the deck is actually called Exiled Punch, but also Vi-Ven? Let's do this. So I said, the deck is actually called Exiled Punch because I thought it sounded cool because obviously Blade of the Exile, but also with the punch of of Vi. But technically this deck might just end up being shortened down just to Vi-Ven because like why not? So let's quickly go into this deck beat by beat. So the concept of this deck is that we are trying to get the Blade of the Exile, so using like, you know, all the different reforge techniques and whatnot to be able to level Riven, but also to be able to put that Overwhelm on top of Vi, because we know that Vi with Overwhelm is really powerful, because obviously like once she gets up to that attack, the other benefit of this is that if you level Riven and then you've got like another Vi in hand, then the ability of her Vault Breaker is actually going to be giving, like the first one's actually going to be giving Riven +4 attack for 3 mana. So there's like a few different benefits along these lines. I do not think this is actually like, you know, the last iteration of this deck. This deck definitely needs improvement. I'm just going to state that right now. This is working off of the concept, but I do feel that this deck is actually going to need improvement. I will actually explain some of the things which could potentially be useful here. So Poro Cannon, it's more, yet again, this is more because we've got the discard of Jerry Rigs, but also we've got the discard of survival skills. Now, the reason why survival skills is in this deck is because we're not actually planning to play it in the 5. I mean, technically you could play it in the 5 cost thing, but the idea of it is actually to discard it, because when discarded, your strongest ally cannot drop a widget below 1 health. So the idea here is that it's a protection against any kind of damage spells, or any kind of, like, if there's a minion you really want to trade off Vi with, but you know that Vi is going to die, it's a way of keeping her alive, as well as the fact that Riven as well, so you're going to be keeping her alive as well if Vi's not on the board. Let's face it, Vi's most likely going to be the strongest on the board. Depends obviously on what your opponent's playing, like Frostbites or things like that. There could be different things that could make that slightly different. But the idea is mostly trying to protect Vi, but also it could protect Riven depending on that. So because we're playing in PNC and because we're using like things like Rummage, we're using things, it seemed like it was a good idea just to include a couple of survival skills for that, because I do actually think it's actually a really nice counter to damage spells. Obviously it's not going to save you from Vengeance, it's not going to save you from Ruination, it's not going to save you from Obliterate, but it can help from any kind of damage spells that are trying to kill them. So that's the reason why I put this in the deck. Got this as a lovely bit of removal. Obviously, starting off your Reforge. Jerry just works because you've got discard things going on as well. Ballistic Bot has just proven himself to be an unbelievably good tool in terms of this like PNZ. It's an unbelievably good, like, you know, card. I shouldn't say tool, because tool makes it sound negative. He's an unbelievably good card that's come out of the latest expansion because of the fact that he can just do damage into the enemy nexus and just keep going up himself. It's unbelievably good, as well as the fact that he's giving you a card in hand that potentially you could just discard because it is fleeting. So which is like a Rune Weaver, again, just putting it in mostly for the the Reforge. Like, you know, you've got to go and put all the Reforge things in here. Might is actually in here yet again, so if you don't get the Blade of the Exiles to put on top of Vi, but also it could be put on top of Riven herself, especially when she levels up, because that's +6 damage with Overwhelm. This card is in here as well for, yet again, a quick quick level up to Vi, as well as the fact this can be put on Riven's leveled up form to give a quick attack and +4, which will be +8 attack, bearing in mind that then you could put Overwhelm on top of that as well. Like, so this is kind of, the combos here are widget finishing with Overwhelm. That's like the whole thing this is going on here. Got a little bit more discard going on, because obviously we've got cards that you can discard. Landmark removal, as well as free damage into the enemy nexus if needed, draw, and a little bit extra draw at the bottom. So I do feel like this deck needs more improvement, but I do actually like the way that it is at this moment in time. I haven't actually tested it, so we're gonna see. The games that you're gonna see are actually gonna be this deck in test. I did consider one copy of Katrina. Katrina's got the ability to rally upon thing, which actually works really well with Riven, so which your whole thing with the reforge when you gain the attack token. So I did honestly consider putting in one copy of Katrina, which technically you could do. You could easily find a way of doing that. Other considerations which didn't end up making the list were, it was really hard, because now that I'm working in PZ to not put a copy or two of this in, because the idea would have been off of this to be able to make copies of the cards which are going to be reforging, so you can actually get to reforge quicker if you made copies of these cards. I decided against it because it didn't seem to flow as well as I wanted it to, but it is still a potential, definitely a potential that you could put in this deck. So as I said, so this is not the, and bear it in mind, other than thermal and static, I guess aftershock, I was gonna say this deck doesn't have much target removal, but it does actually have some elements of target removal, which at least makes it a somewhat okay. But no, so I do think this is not the exact end version of this deck, but it's a starting point of this concept, and that's what I love about it. Is this the whole purpose of this channel? All my decks, every single one of them, I say it in some of them, I don't say it in all of them, but I do mostly say that every single one of these decks are concepts. I don't proclaim to be an unbelievably great deck builder. I claim to be just a guy who puts concepts together and hopes that they work. There is always room for refinement, and we work together. It's a LAN up channel. LANing up means coming together and playing games together, coming together. So the idea of this channel is that we come together and we work, and we workshop, and we can work together to find the better iterations of these decks. So that's the idea anyway. So please let me know if there's any changes you'd make. Let me know in the comment section down below. Oh, correction. One other consideration was actually Kato. Kato's ability of Overwhelm, so they could yet again give Overwhelm to Vi or to Riven, but also the fact that he gives +3, so that on top of Riven would have been +6. And look at Kato was actually a massive consideration as well. So that's I just want to put that in there as well, as that he might end up making the list at some point, but he didn't at this moment in time. But anyway, back to Victory. Shameless plug time. Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. You can catch me live on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So if you want to come catch the action live and also be with your chance to win some Twisted Fate cards. Thursday's stream is the last stream where I'm going to be giving away for this month, for the month of Christmas, where I'm going to be giving away a set of these. So if you want to get involved with that, please feel free to. There is also the Discord link down below. We're making a lovely community of like-minded people who all love playing Legends of Runeterra, love gaming in general. It's like having a good time. So if that sounds like fun to you, why not join the Discord as well? But anyway, enough of my shameless plugging time. Let's get in and see how this deck does in a couple of matchups. Okay, so we're against Go Hard. We're against Go Hard, which so Vi's got tough, so it's not going to save her from the pack your bags, but we'll save her from that. But we've got a lot of actual weaks. Oh, actually, survival skills might end up coming in handy in this deck. A big part of me wants to keep weapons hilt just because it's a reforge. If I can level Riven before I even play her, I'd be happy. I mean, I don't know why I kept this in my hand. I really shouldn't have. This is more of a late game, for the later things. I don't actually know why I kept that, but actually that's a really good counter to pack your bags. If Vi's on the board and we've got a discard, if we can find a discard thing, that's actually going to be really helpful to me. So potentially playing you just so we've got a good trade off. Oh, Riven's on the widget. Riven's actually here as well, which is quite nice. So I could actually play you. It presents a go hard target. Is the one problem with that? It presents a really big go hard target. For God, I listen. But yeah, no, it presents a really good go hard target. So that's why I'd prefer to go this way around with it. So we can actually play Riven herself at this moment in time. Guess we go for the augment because there's nothing else we can get out of this, right? There's nothing else we can get out of this, so we might as well get a little bit of damage off of this guy. We could attack forward, but then that just leaves us open to go hard. So we have decided not to for the time being. Not to for the time being. So there goes Zap. There goes Zap. We could. I really want to keep this discard for survival skills just in case it's needed right now. But if we can slowly but surely get the things that we need for let's gonna pass the turn. I could technically use ignition. Yep. Okay. Can't do anything to save her life. Can't do anything to save her life. Okay, I'm gonna actually use ignition. So we can get the we do actually have the potential of getting Blade of the X. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have done that because that's actually an extra mana cost. Because we can get basically the level up on this, right? So if we throw this on top of you, give you give you quick attack, give you overwhelm, and give you the extra 2 damage as well, because why the hell not? This actually just like we've got the level up on her. We're not gonna be able to play the actual blade on top of her right now, but that is still a lot of damage, which requires them to do something. So let's play. A lot of damage that requires them to do something about it. Potentially go hard hits him. Potentially go hard hits our augment bot. Ooh, oh, actual, like I'm using the, oh, because it makes a very stylish you. Okay, we leave it. We leave it for the time being. That's fine. That's fine. She's not dead yet. She's not dead yet. We do actually want to now, we don't want to be using this because we want to make sure that we're keeping Riven as being the strongest ally. Right, because admittedly, you're actually starting to encroach on this right now, and the problem is that obviously we want to be using survival skills, so we might even have to use, I don't want to use might, but we might have to use might as a thing just to help her make sure that she's the strongest. Okay, so if we can hopefully play Blade of the Exile on you, it just means that you get to it just means that we can, because that should double that, which means that she goes up to 8, so that she is the strongest. It's very important that she remains the strongest. Yeah, so she still lives through this, so we let that happen. But we do, as I said, we do have the discard option, right? So we need to make sure. Actually, the problem with playing you is it makes whale. It makes whale like so good for our opponent. A big part of me is thinking about playing Aftershock. I mean, actually, so Twisted Fate drops, right? I feel that Twisted Fate drops here with red card. That would be my guess as to what's about to happen to me.
Gotta go with the flow.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I legitimately expected Twisted Fate. Okay, right, so 1, 2, 3. So he's got the pack your bags. The pack your bags option is definitely about to drop. I feel like we need to at least kill Zap, and then we can discard. Or do we? Such a terrible. Or do we just discard this?
Much to answer for.
I kind of want to use Rummage, right? I kind of want to use Rummage, but a big part of me also wants to make sure that I'm getting rid of Zap. Like that. I feel like this is important to me that I get rid of Zap. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not as important as I thought it was. Let's go. I actually want to be using Rummage here. I want to use the Rummage. I might end up regretting this decision. Oh no! Not pack your bags! Whatever will I do? Oh no! Oh, the fact we got Jerry! The fact we got Jerry so that we can actually... So... Oh no! Oh! Whatever will I do? Oh! that's what I'll do. I mean, admittedly, like, she's still vulnerable, right? She's still vulnerable to it next turn and that, because I don't actually have anything right now that's going to heal her. I can make sure that I can get rid of these two, so we're only going down to 6. Actually, I could do it just jerry rig as well, just to just because we can, more than anything else, just to defend ourselves just that little tiny bit more. Little tiny bit more. Okay, so he's going for the draw. He's going for the draw. I need to hope that I mean, he's got the ability of finding the deal damage now, which I need to hope I can find a heal. I just need to find a way of healing her. Come on! Give me heals! I just need heals. I just need heals. I just need heals. Give me the heals that are required. That's not the heals that are required. Okay, so I feel that she's just gonna die here, right? She is sadly gonna die because I feel like, I mean, if we go for an immediate attack, I potentially right. I feel that we should have maybe gone with but I do. Let's just go. Let's just.
No turning back
I
now.
feel that we have to go as big as we can, right? This seems like the only course of action that makes sense is just to go as big as we can. So we're keeping that option open. Actually, going to give you quick attack as well. So we get a Blade of the Exiles, but also we're going to leave the option of might. We're going to leave the option of might open. Because admittedly, right, so go hard is a slow speed, so he can't do it if we do the instant attack forward here.
Where you going?
Oh, he's gonna potentially regret that decision, because that's why we didn't play Porobot, is because Porobot would have meant that we couldn't have done that. So let's just pop that on there. So that should be, if he would have defended there, he would have been on 1 health. I mean, admittedly, we did actually have aftershock. We didn't actually have enough. I mean, we got through, okay? That's the point. We got through. We beat the Go Hard deck, people. We beat the Go Hard deck. Okay, I mean, so Garen, this has got to be landmark, right? This has got to be because Misfortune, and what do you call it? I mean, we're going to keep Vi in hand. I'm probably going to get rid of survival skills. I mean, I say that. Do we keep survival skills for the very, very chance of us getting a discard thing, and when Vi is on the board? I mean, you know what? This is probably going to be such a bad plan, but at the same point, it is the plan I'm going for. So let's go. Let's go. This is gonna be probably one of the most stupidest things I've done, but we are potentially going to be leveling Vi very quickly. The thing of it is I'm actually. I mean, I could have actually used Thermal, but we want to be leaving Thermal for Misfortune, or I mean, I guess either way the same result. Actually, we should have left you back and played Jerry. We should have played Jerry to defend. That would have been the better plan there. I will admit that was a misplay, because we shouldn't have played that, because that free damage we could have put in this round.
I was born in battle and
So
raised by
Riven's out.
Fortune favors the bold.
Fortune favors the bold. Right. So I'm not gonna lie, we're probably gonna be receiving a lot of damage. We're probably gonna be. Right. We can Jerry and then use Thermal on Misfortune, just so that he's not getting as much value as he had hoped out of this situation. So Jerry and then boom, just so that you're not getting, just so that it's not as good as you thought. Let's just cut down how good that move legitimately was.
This is our way.
So I could defend with Riven. We are putting ourselves in the way of the potential what's it called? I'm actually, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm putting my way potential single combat or something along those lines, but you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bloody do it. So can we can get the blade, we can actually get the Blade of the Exile. And we got literally every single part of the blade. There we go. So yeah, so that's giving us the play of the Exiled. We do have Vi in hand. We do have Vi in hand, ready to go. Ready to go. Actually, we could even throw this on top of her to give her 8, but I want to see. Oh, coward! Oh, this is all going so well. Why would you leave? Why would you leave when the it was going so well for me? Why would you let me see what was going to happen? Let the people at home see what's going to happen. Oh, Bloodstash. I see you there. I see you, Bloodstash, with your Scargrounds. This is actually a really hard deck to beat. Really hard deck to beat. We just need to hope. I mean, we've got Riven in hand, actually, which is quite nice. We just need to hope we can get all the pieces of the puzzle together before our opponent can. Because once they get their Scargrounds on the board, and once they get their Ember Maidens on the board, then this becomes like a really hard matchup. There's like all of those things, this becomes a really hard matchup. Technically, maybe what I should have done is I should have actually kept that back, because I could have used Weapons Hilt on top of this to at least get rid of the tough minion there. So admittedly, that was a bit of a misplay. I don't actually want to play Riven this turn. The reason I don't want to play Riven this turn is because I'm like not going to be able to level her, and I'd rather play things that at least I can do something with. I want to be, the turn that I'm playing her is the turn I want to be leveling her. So let's do that. I can give him quick attack, but quick attack's not really going to save him right now. So we pass the turn again. Pass the turn. So we do have the ability of using the. Oh, see, there's the Scargrounds. There's the Scargrounds going down. We can actually remove both of these things from the board. We've got 2 weapon hilts that we can use just to remove these things from the board. We can even use the augment as well, just to help us. Technically, maybe I should have left it, but actually, technically, I want to play Riven this turn, like because of we would have been getting it back on our side. So technically, I would have wanted to be playing Riven this turn. Sadly, I couldn't. But I technically wanted to play Riven this turn. So we throw you in front of there, we can throw you in front of there, just to remove that. So I actually want to keep this blade back. Even though I could play it, like it's not giving me any more benefit right now, because both of these things trade off, and I still get to keep this. Ooh. Ow. So now we want to play this again on top of this, just because now we are making sure that both of those things are dying, and that's what we want. So also making sure, as long as we can stop him from having a board, this is fine. So stop our opponent from having a board. We've actually got all the pieces. The problem is I don't really have the mana. I don't have the mana to be able to help with her, but I do have all the pieces of the blade now.
Born in battle and raised by war.
So, not gonna lie, that is not who you want to be seeing dropping right now. That's definitely not who you want to be seeing dropping. We're just gonna pass the turn. We're gonna pass the turn because we do still have the ability to throw a jerry rig out, so we can actually defend against that.
Flee now or burn.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of damage is coming our way. That is an amazing combo. That is an amazing combo that literally there is nothing that I can do about it. The only thing that I could do is get Vi out. So I feel like we use this on top of this, just so I can throw something out to defend myself with. If we can get Vi up. So I mean, we live on 1. We live on 1 here. We might as well defend ourselves there so that we can like just give ourselves slightly more health. But we live on 1. The good thing is that we can play Vi. So the unexpectedness here. The unexpectedness, because we can actually remove the Scar Mother potentially here. The unexpectedness might get us through. So all we need is we need to make sure we're getting quick attack on top of Vi to give her the best chance of survival. We can actually also throw quick attack on top of you. +2. So now we've leveled. Now that we've leveled. Oh, we haven't leveled her. I thought that we'd... Okay, fine. Then we throw Overwhelm on top of... what's her face as well. There we go. I thought that I'd done enough to do it, but it's fine. So, we've now leveled Riven. We can actually throw a Blade of the Exile on top of her. Just because now that means that's going to be going up to 8 attack. This works out quite nicely for us. We do have an addition. Oh, why do you surrender here? It was about to go down. You had everything you needed, and I had everything I needed. Oh, why don't people let things happen? Why don't people let things happen anymore? Don't they realize that people record videos for YouTube? Why don't they think about these things? Okay, so we're playing against Targon's peak. We're playing against the peak. All we gotta do is hope that the heart of the cards is in our side rather than their side. Okay. Do we keep... Actually, I'm actually gonna keep Rummage. I'm actually gonna keep Rummage for... If he does play the peak, I might end up wanting to get rid of a lot of my lower cost cards to just hope that we can find the big man. Because he's not gonna have much early game, right? His early game, his game is gonna be try and get as much ramp up, get the oh, that on 0 cost to be very nice. So his plan is. I wish that it was on a different. I wish that we went into turn 4, because obviously playing Riven would be very. I mean, do we just play Riven now, or do we want to play this, knowing that it's most likely going to activate Avalanche? This most likely activates Avalanche. He kills 2 of them. My bot is the only one who survives. I did not actually expect Spacey Sketcher in this deck.
Spilled paint is just accidental art.
What's he getting rid of? Did he just get rid of another Spacey Sketcher for that? He did, yeah, he got rid of another Spacey Sketcher for that. Actually, what are you? Are you quick attack? No. If you were quick attack, I'd totally put that on you just so that it became an issue for him to deal with. Might as well go with the ignition. Get this damage up. I know for a fact that his deck runs Avalanche and things like that, so I don't actually mind this dying to this. That I don't actually mind. If I had quick attack, obviously that's what I would have used there, but I don't mind that dying. If we can force out his stuff, I honestly do not mind. So Riven's in hand. So I want to be playing Riven this turn. And the reason I want to be playing Riven this... Oh, actually, really good move. The reason I want to be playing Riven this... I'm actually going to pass just to see what... Because is it still the Targon's peak turn, potentially? I want to be playing Riven this turn, because if I play Riven this turn, it means that I'm going... There we go. Right. I wish... I wish that I had more to go on here. Your silence. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the ignition. I'm going to get rid of the ignition, and I'm going to get rid of one of my stacks, because my stacks are going to become useless. He's going to have really big minions coming out, and so we want to kind of be trying to make it so that we've got more things that we want to hit with this. Okay. So obviously Progress Day. Progress Day is like the main one I want to hit, or potentially even Vi herself is what I want to be hitting. I can't actually level Riven at the moment. I could still throw out this Vi just to get rid of this. We don't know what he's got. He might have Feel the Rush. He might have so many different things which are definitely going to cause me a lot of problems. Actually, maybe we actually use you. Yeah, again, I said Static's not really going to be doing too much for me right now. Static is really not going to be doing too much. Why have I just got all the Vi's? Okay, it's fine. I'll take them. There's the Feel the Rush move. I mean, there's literally nothing we can do about that. That is nothing we he got lucky on his hit. That's all we can say there. He got lucky on his hit. All we can do is at least smash his oh my god, so he's going double. The least we can do is at least smash his ramp away. So he's gonna get all the... I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we're dead, right? We're already dead. He's got hit Progress Day. It's gonna literally hit both my gems, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Progress Day gives us a chance. Come on. Ooh. So 2 damage to everyone. 2 damage to everyone. We do actually get to still keep some things alive from that. Owie! Do still get to keep some things alive. It's okay. We can still somewhat defend ourselves. We go big. We go big. Okay. Oh, some really good moves, actually. Some really good moves have actually come out of that, which is quite nice. I'm just going to play the zero cost. Just to defend. I need defense right now. Defense is the plan. I mean, obviously, if he's got a soul spell, well, actually, he's going to be leveling a soul as well. This is actually the biggest problem here, is the fact that we're going to have a leveled a soul on our hands. And let's face it, leveled a soul is not really the one you want to be dealing with. So what we can do is, this is definitely not the plan that you want to do, but it's the plan that you do, because sod it. So quick attack obviously is meaningless this round. Quick attack is obviously meaningless this round. But on the plus side, it does at least mean that we have leveled. We've leveled there, and we have the ability to level. We have the ability to level Vi. This actually means that this is somewhat of a threat as well on Asol. It's whether or not he goes for an attack forward now, because he knows that this is actually technically a threat on Asol's life. So he might not actually want to attack forward, because he knows that he wants to get the level up. Like, he wants to get the level up here. That is the main thing that he wants to go with. So we could trade. What's her face away? Because if we trade her away, he actually does not get the Asol level up. But at the same point, like, you know, we really do want to get the benefit of her, right? We really do want to get the benefit of her. Such a hard move. Such a hard choice to make. Let's at least do some damage into him. Or is it even worthwhile doing some damage into him? We're only really defending. Oh, sod it, we go. Do it. Come on, let's go. We're letting him level his Asol, which I'm not gonna lie, I might end up regretting that plan. I might end up wishing that I'd put this in front of there. I might end up like, very much so. I'm probably gonna end up wishing that I had done something, like different moves, right? I'm gonna end up wishing that I had done different moves. But at the same point, sometimes you've just got to go and hope that everything will work out in the end. So, ooh, survival skills. Survival skills is, I mean, if I had, oh shit, we don't have a discard. If we had the ability to discard this, I would be laughing. If we had the ability to discard, I would be laughing right now. Potentially, we could still play this to defend this board. We could still play this to defend this board. But obviously he has the ability of obliterates them. We allow him the ability to obliterate. If we're not careful, we do allow the ability of obliterate, and we can't really allow the ability of obliterate. So I have to do this. I have to do this. It's not the best move. It's not the best move. I want to see what our opponent does. He doesn't actually die to this, right? Okay, so we can actually, okay, it's whether or not he's going to end up having the heals that he requires, right? So we can actually just get ourselves to lethal on top of Targon's peak. Is it enough? I mean, obviously he's got, oh my god, it's enough! Yes! I'm not gonna lie, I was not sure. We couldn't, that's what we couldn't wait. As much of me, if I had I would have loved it even more if we had a discard on that survival thing, but I'll take that. I mean, to be fair, she had quick attack, so it didn't actually really matter. Yes. Yes! Oh, that's good. So yes, that is the Exiled Punch deck. Very fun to use. Actually worked in a lot of matchups I wasn't expecting it to work on, so that's really good to see. It is a lot of fun. Obviously, I do still think there's room for edits in this deck. It's definitely not 100% refined, but at least it's somewhat there. So please let me know. If you make any changes, let me know in the comment section down below. If you use this deck and it works for you, please let me know that as well. I love hearing back from you guys, like all the comments, all of you. Thanks, and the support as well. The support that I've had, like the amount of subscribers I've had, the amount of followers I've had on Twitch. Thank you. Honestly, it does mean so much to me. This is like kind of like what I want to be doing, and so you're helping like reaffirm that, and that's a really nice feeling to have. So honestly, thank you all so much. Saying that, I do stream on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Thursday being the last, I always keep saying it, last giveaway this month for the month of Christmas for some Twisted Fate cards. So if you want to get your hands on those, please get involved with that giveaway. All that's left to say is thank you all so much for watching. There's a Discord link down below as well. Until next time, bye. Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Say anything from you. Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.